Maria and Joel again.
Yes, this is the video number 3, so for the people who can't watch us for the very first time, this is a challenge that we're doing, and we're doing for 30 days. This is the day number 3. And we're gonna continue doing these videos to make sure that we help you with tips, questions, something that you want to ask us. We're gonna be here to respond all these questions.
Yes. So this topic we're actually taking from 2 of our viewers, which sort of asked the same question. One was, how do you dance in crowded dance floors? And the other one is, how do you do shines in crowded dance floors? So for me, we'll cover everything since it is pretty much the same topic. I really love this topic because first, myself and Joel, we don't really dance very big to begin with, whether it's crowded or not crowded. And a few reasons, one of the reasons is that for those of you who know us and those of you who don't, we do teach with the conga rhythm, right? We teach with the tumbao rhythm, which is the drum. And for me, when I take a big step, I feel like I actually lose that conga feeling, right? So when we dance with the conga, we actually hit the 8. So instead of the 8 in the air, I don't do 8 and then take a big 1 forward. I actually hit the 8 and 1 in the center. So the way I dance already is small. So those of you who want to practice to dance small, you can actually practice using the conga rhythm, right? So if I'm dancing on the conga, I would dance gung gung 1, 2, 3, right? Everything is centered. 6, 7, gung gung, 2, 3, gung gung. I don't really go too far, right? I don't really dance 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, right? For me, it doesn't feel comfortable. And again, I like to dance and hit every beat. I really feel like I'm wasting a beat when I actually skip my center, right? I like all the power to come from the center. So that's one thing. Another thing is for ladies, when I'm doing my turns, I like, well actually I shouldn't say I like, we should keep our legs always underneath the shoulders, right? Underneath the body. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to dance small, right? Even if the guy is leading me like with a, and we'll talk about the leading in a second, but even if the guy is leading me with like a long arm, I will not go to the length of his arm, right? I will go to the length of my body, right? So for instance, we'll do a basic, right? Gung gung 1, 2, 3, gung gung 5, 6, 7. If I'm getting an outside turn, right? Gung gung 1, look, my 2 is still underneath my body, and my 3, again, underneath my shoulders. 3, and then right here, I meet the 3 with the left leg. Gung gung, 6, 7. Gung gung, I'll do it again. 2, 3, gung gung. Control the body, keeping the legs under the shoulders. 6, 7. As opposed to, this is what happens, I see it a lot on the dance floor, girls will take really big steps, right? 1, and then the 2 is even longer, 2, and then the 3, and then already I'm out of camera, right? You didn't even see me.
Yes, so one thing is just make sure that you keep your weight on top of your legs.
Yes.
And this is the style, of course, the style that we dance, which is a little more closer, a little more, which we find it very helpful whenever it's a crowded space, which is actually what we try to explain right now here. I'm sure you go into clubs that also people around you, maybe they don't know how to dance, or they don't know how to control yourself.
Right.
So the more you control yourself, like Maria was saying here, you're gonna be aware of what and who is around you. So of course you don't crash every time with them too.
Yeah.
Right?
So again, it's not just because of the style, like the gung gung. Regardless of the style, if I'm hitting the gung gung, I will always keep my legs. And that's a recommendation from many girl dancers, to keep the legs under the body, like Joel said, underneath my weight, right? I would never want to go away from the body. Already I'm starting big, right? And the same thing even in the basic step. A lot of the times in our classes, especially when people first starting out, we try and teaching a basic or crossbody lead. They end up here, right? And then all of a sudden they end up here, and then they end up here, right? Instead of thinking about controlling the center, right? So even if I did a crossbody lead with my partner, right, I wouldn't want to keep moving, right? That means that I'm really not paying attention or controlling the center at all. I'm just thinking of the step, right? And for me, that's wasted energy. It's like, oh my God, it's too much to keep on top of. And again, you'll end up keep moving and moving. Same thing that's going to happen in the club. Yeah?
Yeah, and also I just want to clarify this. I mean, when Maria was saying about the cum cum sound, we're talking about the way that we teach in our classes when we teach on two. What happened if you're watching us in Spain, France, wherever, you dance on one? You're like, oh my God, this video is not for me. No, yes, it is for you. Because even if I dance on one here, so we recap everything that we were saying, even if we dance on one here, 5, 6, 7, the center is controlled and nice, right? So even if I do my one here in the center, we have the ability to move the body still. So let's say if I want to do a cross rally, 1, 2, 3, 5, she cross.
Under.
And notice with my body, I'm trying to control her the distance, right? How far or how close is she from me? So if I do the cross rally again here, and watch, now I let her go, and I let her go, and I let her go, and my arm is straight, for sure she will crash with the person behind her, right? So if I leave her here, I'm gonna do it in 1, and then I'm gonna do it on 2 again, but 2 on 1. 1, 2, 3, 5. Once she passes, I control. Now this is connection again. We were talking about the resistance that we were talking on the all previous videos. So resistance, so when she's going back, she feels the energy to come, to stay connected and stay or keep the distance that we need, right? So now I'm gonna dance on 2 here. I just change the numbers. 2, 3, cum cum, 6, 7, cum cum, 2, 3, cum cum. Resistance that we were talking before. Bam, bam, resistance. So notice she doesn't go too far. But what happens if she doesn't understand? Maybe you are the leader out there, and she doesn't give me at all. She doesn't give me resistance at all. So I just lead her here, and I lead her forward, and I want to make sure that I keep my arm close to her. So even if she wants to go back, I try to, hey, no, wait. I want you to be close with me. Okay? Now what happened if it's the opposite way, and now I'm leading very big. You ladies, you can control yourselves as well. And just stay there, you see? So I was pulling her a lot here.
If he was taking big steps, I can still stay here. Sorry. If he's taking a big step and leading me all the way over there, I really, again, before, I don't have to go to his arm length. I just go to my body, what my body can handle, right?
Yeah,
so we'll show you.
How far your steps going. Does watch her footwork.
I stay here.
Yeah,
so it's a two-way street.
Yeah. So I was pushing her just so you can know what I was doing with this one. I was just pulling her straight, not control how far, how close. She controlled herself is what she finished here, right? So you ladies, you have to learn and you have to practice how you control your body. First of all, with all the tools that Maria was telling you. So try to practice on your own. So don't wait to get to the dance floor and try to fix it right there and then, right? Try to practice at home. And you do a cross-body lead, for example, here.
Your outside turns, right? Cross-body lead. Your outside turn, try to keep everything controlled. One, you'll be able to control better your turn. You won't lose the balance. Like I said before, if you take everything big, right? There goes my balance, yes? So again, everything is a two-way street. The tools that we're giving you is, one, ladies, sometimes, of course, you'll get a guy that leads big. And for gentlemen, sometimes you'll get a lady who takes big steps. So this is for everyone. If we both learn how to control our bodies and the way we lead and how big steps that we're taking, then we'll be in good shape. One quick thing I just want to mention with the leaders, because this happens to me a lot. Like I already mentioned that I like taking small steps, right? And then sometimes I dance with guys who, I mean, guys, you have to realize, or leaders, you have to realize when you're dancing with someone, you should kind of already notice, oh, hey, is this girl taking little steps? There's no reason for you to take a big step. If you feel the lady here, right? Why here? Like sometimes, as soon as I feel this, I feel like, oh God, now I have to adjust to his step, right? I think as a leader, you want to adjust to the lady's steps. If you feel like she's taking small steps, tone down your steps. There's no need to take her out of balance, right? It feels like extra work that she has to do. Yeah, so that's something I want to mention because it happens a lot on the dance floor.
Yeah, sure. So I guess we covered a lot of tips about how to keep or how to dance on crowded spaces. So let's say, for example, if I have this wall right there in the back, and let's say that I have a chair over here, and this is the space that I have to dance right here. How do I manage that? If I dance in here, bam, bam, boom, 2, 3, 6, 7, and bam, bam, ah. You see, you more or less kind of switch. I'm sorry, let me turn on this.
Oh, that's my son.
Not even my phone. So here again. So we were doing the
One,
really
you're going
basic.
to look right behind
6,
you.
7, kodum. If I lead her forward, boom, she's gonna crash either with the chair or whatever it is in the back, right?
Person, more likely.
So guys, if you're doing a crossbody lead here, you see somebody's turning like crazy behind you here, just look, oh, stop her a little bit to come back to basic. Maybe you want to switch a little bit the angle, wait till they move a little bit. If they still there, then what you can do, you want to do crossbody lead, just kind of switch the way. Watch. This is just a tip that I give you use when it's very, very crowded and you want to still do some movements, right? You just want to do a turn for her. I can switch. I help her a little bit, but without losing the resistance. I can do an outside turn. And again, I kind of switch a little bit to make sure that when she travels, I compensate by moving my body. But it's not about what happened here, but also what happened with the hand. I was really connected and I was leading her through the whole thing, right? So what you try to do is to compact everything, yeah?
Yeah, because we are aware of our spacing, right? Both of us are aware of our spacing. So that's really key. I probably should have mentioned at the beginning, is being aware of your spacing, right? Sometimes we get so involved in the dance that we don't even look around. We don't see like, hey, someone's over here, hey, someone's over here. When you are responsible for each other when you're partner dancing. So one thing is be aware, how much space do I have? Okay, how far can I take the leg? Okay, right here. Maybe I just give her a bunch of turns in place, just the right turn. Or like Joel showed you, crossbody lead in place. So it's all about awareness, controlling the center. And I just want to add one more thing because someone asked me about the shines. Same concept about the shines. If I'm in front of my partner and I have no space, I do a Susie Q. Everything is here, right? It depends. If you're in class and you want to get crazy doing Susie Q's, that's fine if you have the space. But if it's a tight space, you have to think, oh, so I can still like maybe more round shoulders to make it look a little more stylish, right? But everything is under the body.
Let me add this. Probably some of you started and you feel you're doing the Susie Q and you continue moving forward and forward and forward. How did you fix that problem? Very simple. So the first step that you're doing here, forward, when you do Susie Q and you stay in the same spot, the next step of course is going to go forward. But as you're doing the Susie Q step, one of the steps you pull it back, you will stay in the same spot. For example, here and back, here and back, here. And so my Susie Q is gonna stay the same. You see how I pull this like a little bit out? Just a little bit. You cannot even notice. If I do the Susie Q normal split here, you didn't even notice that I'm doing the Susie Q, right? If I stay with the legs in the same spot, of course, same spot, same spot, same spot, same spot, and then you start feeling that you don't have a space. So you have a space, but like I said at the beginning, you have to control your footwork. You have to understand how you put the weight under your body, so everything started making more sense. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it here.
Yeah. So please, I hope this answered the questions the viewers that were asking. If you have more questions, please use the hashtag askjoelsalsa before you put the question. This is the only way we can actually start tracking them. So if you have a question, a tip that you've been wanting us to do, hashtag askjoelsalsa and then your question. Right underneath the video, right underneath the comment box. Or if you don't want to put in the comments, you can also email us at info@joelsalsa.com and we'll be more than happy to do a video on something that you asked for.
Yes.
Cool.
Guys, please right now that you're watching right now, thank you so much for your time. Please make sure that you leave a comment on the box. Let us know where you're watching these videos from. If you like it, like Maria said, what other questions you have. And
Share
also
like it and share it.
yes, share it to your friends. So you have friends that they like to learn more tips like this. And still we have like 27 more days to go. So we will have a lot of material for you. Now another thing, to make sure that you don't miss any of the live videos like this, make sure that you click this little button right here that says sign up for live notifications or something like that. So when you click that, you receive a notification once we are live on your phone directly. Okay? So thank you so much. This is
Bye. Thank you so much, Maria Palmieri.
and this is Joel Dominguez from Joel Salsa. By the way, before I forget, for you watching this video and you are brand new, we're gonna start a new courses in New York City today. I mean, yeah, this tomorrow and Thursday. So in case you want to join our classes, make sure that you visit joelsalsa.com and you will see all the information right there. We started courses this week.
Yeah, new cycle. So we'll see you guys in the next video or in class.
See you later. Thank you.